Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Where All Nerds Here podcast. I'm Ahky.
And I'm Aiden.
And this is a good friend of mine, Jeremy.
Hey, nice to meet you all.
Say hello, Jeremy.
Hello. Hi, Jeremy.
And a fun fact about me is that if I was a Jedi, I would have remembered doing a fun fact for this episode.
I didn't think we were going to do fun facts in this episode.
Well, we can skip it.
Fun fact about me is I was definitely not prepared.
Fun fact about me, I can't stop thinking about the guy from episode 2 if he ever went and rethought his entire life.
Oh, we talked about this in private the other day.
We talked about that. So today is a very special episode. And by that, I mean we have a very special guest, Jeremy. He's a good friend of mine. He's very into Star Wars aficionado. And this is a Star Wars episode. Yeah.
And he is here to school us on our shit.
Oh, you say that, but to be fair, I am only nichely, I am only, like, my obsession is mainly Clone Wars era to Galactic Civil War. If we're talking like Legends or like Old Republic, I'm more in the grey or dark.
What about video games in that?
Video games.
Depends.
So like Force Unleashed, that kind of.
Oh, I'm familiar with,
Familiar with that?
Have you played the Jedi Survivor games, like Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor?
I played Fallen Order, not Survivor yet.
Nice.
I played Fallen Order about half of Survivor, but to be honest, I kind of got a little bored of it.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
So I stopped because it's like, I think we talked about this once before. The first one had like so much urgency in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It, like you had to do this stuff, otherwise you were gonna be like captured or killed or whatever. This one is kind of like, oh, Cal Kestis is kind of like running around and then just fell into this shitty situation.
Cal Kestis is doing things.
Yeah,
They're doing a third game.
Ooh.
yeah. I'm still looking forward to it. I just this one got boring for me.
Well, with that being with that note, today, like I said, is the very special Star Wars episode. I think we've promised to do a full-on Star Wars episode for a long time now, and we're doing it. We're doing it. So
I think we got May the 4th coming up.
Yes, May the 4th is coming up. So I think what we'll start with before we get into all of it is, how did you get into Star Wars? We'll go through all of us. How do we get into Star Wars, and what is our specific like love of the universe? Which one do we like?
Okay. Do you want to go first? Or?
Sure. So growing up, I wasn't a big Star Wars fan. I thought it was kind of lame. And then I watched the prequels, all 3 of them. And I was just like, wow, these are awesome. These are amazing. And I love them. And I love Anakin Skywalker and all the Jedi. And that's why I fell in love with them.
So what's your take on sand?
It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. You fucking nerd.
You fucking nerds.
It's fine. We're a couple minutes in the episode now. I can swear.
So with myself, so it started off with I can't remember which came first, but I'm pretty sure episode 1. So my stepdad introduced me to episode 1 as a kid, and I watched it and I was like, oh, this is cool. Got laser swords and like hovering race cars and stuff, and I was all for it. And then what kind of cemented it for me, I think, was actually the PS1 episode 1 video game, Phantom Menace.
Oh, Phantom Menace? Hell yeah.
Phantom Menace. That I played religiously a lot as a kid, and like over and over again. I never could beat it. But I would just keep going. And for some reason, that core memory like cemented into my brain. I was like, Star Wars forever.
Star Wars forever.
Star Wars forever. And then it kind of just went from there.
Awesome.
For me, it was, weirdly enough, it was my auntie's son. He was
your cousin?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Look, man, that's family. I don't know family relations. He was super into Star Wars, and when I was way young, I used to get babysat by my auntie, and I'd go into his room, and he had like a giant stormtrooper. I mean, it was giant because I was tiny, but he had like a stormtrooper statue and a bunch of Star Wars things set up, and he had the old VHS tapes.
Sick.
Before the
special edition re-release?
Yeah, those.
Nice.
So it had all the things like R2-D2 being in like black and white color in space. Yeah, you could see a bunch of the effects before they put all the 3D stuff in.
Yeah.
3D stuff? The
The
CGI.
VFX. Yeah. How dare you?
And just, when I used to get babysat, I'd basically watch the original trilogy almost religiously because it was the only real movies that were in the house.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the prequels?
Phantom Menace, I could see where it was going. I liked some aspects of it, mainly the overarching plot and like Maul and stuff, the big things that always caught the fans. Though I found it pretty boring. I more preferred Attack of the Clones. Wait.
We got shit to. Okay, go on.
My aspects of Attack of the Clones were everything outside of like Anakin and Padme's romance plotline. So the stuff that Obi-Wan was doing, and of course everyone loves the scene at the end with the clones coming and attack. My favorite though with the prequels has to be Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Star Wars movie, period.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. I really love the prequels as well. I grew up on them. I think Phantom Menace, even though it's not perfect.
No.
However, without it, we wouldn't have the Star Wars base that we have now.
Yeah. But did we really need pod racing?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm in for the pod racing.
Because this is pod racing.
This is pod racing. I do think that I actually don't like Attack of the Clones that much. I think it's because of the stuff that you mentioned, like Anakin's
The whole
story.
yeah.
I got so bored.
Yeah.
Watching it. However, I do really enjoy the fight with Count Dooku and for some reason as a child, I found the Yoda fight hilarious.
Yeah, you see this little old man.
Yeah, you just see this little, and he does the scream, and it's like, "Wah!" And he's like jumping around.
Fuck you
I
up,
just-
I will.
I just laughed my head off watching that scene for the first time as a child, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah. I love Attack of the Clones. I actually like the Anakin and Padme stuff.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because that is the start of his descent to the dark side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That all of that is just the setup to his descent in the dark side.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. True.
Well, to be fair, the whole structure of the prequels is meant to be the tragic fall of Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
That's meant to be like George Lucas, I believe it was. I mean, it was George Lucas. I can't remember the exact quote, but he's like, the prequels are meant to be a way for you to understand how he got the name Vader.
Yeah.
Darth.
Which, if you don't know by now, Vader is German for father
I think it's Dutch.
or Dutch.
I think it's Dutch for father.
So, and Darth is just dark. So it's
Yes.
dark father.
yes.
Yeah, I think I heard that in a different movie somewhere. I can't remember
Yeah, it
what
was
it was.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. There we go. And they talk about it. And then I was like,
Don't ask
son
me.
of a bitch.
Don't ask me how I know that. I didn't just recently rewatch that movie.
Wow.
A lot of people say, sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
that's all right.
a lot of people say with Revenge of the Sith is that Anakin's fall is too quick. When my opinion is that the fall started in episode 2.
Yeah.
In episode 3 is the consequences of the
Yeah,
fall.
it's everything coming to a head.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to get super technical, the start of the fall was actually just episode 1.
Well, yeah.
Because, and I'm not saying it as the whole story in general is, do you know that the name of the song for the Darth Maul fight is called, I think
Duel
it's
of the Fates.
Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
Duel of the Fates is named after like the fate of Anakin.
Yeah.
So if Qui-Gon dies, Anakin falls. If Qui-Gon lives, Anakin rises. And that was that whole thing.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's death
And then,
cemented in
yeah.
his fall.
And then Maul dies, kind of.
Kind
Not
of.
really.
Nah,
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, that's Clone Wars / Rebels stuff.
Yeah.
And the new Maul TV show also that is out.
Yes, which
Yeah.
I have not. You you've seen one episode.
We, Jeremy and
have.
I have both seen the first episode.
The first episode, I haven't seen any of it, but you two are more than welcome to talk about it.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame on me.
How could you? What do you have a life? What do you have a job with a partner or something? So I guess we'll talk about Maul a little bit since you brought it up.
Yeah.
The animation is fan-fucking-tastic.
It is really good.
It is spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah. Like whatever the crew is getting paid to animate it, they're not getting paid enough. But it is beautiful.
It is the same crew that did Clone Wars as well. Oh, same studio.
Yes, it is.
And I'm just like, whoa, what are they putting in the water over there?
Yeah. Especially like when you contrast it with like how they started like early style Clone Wars towards the end and obviously the last season and that of Rebels too.
The I haven't seen it obviously, but I do know of one thing which I've mentioned to you guys in private before was the sound of his lightsaber.
Yeah.
It is Sam screaming.
Yes.
Is that actually portrayed? Like, can you actually hear it in the
Kind of.
show?
Yeah.
When it's really like going around, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
Do you know how he gets the Maul voice? How he does it?
No, he puts
Puts a
something
green
in
apple.
Yeah, he puts a green apple in his mouth.
It doesn't have to be green, unless it does.
Strictly green apple.
Strictly
only.
green.
No,
It has to be.
no other apple.
No other.
Must
No.
be green.
Must be green. For Kenobi. I can't do the scream.
There's
No, you would die.
I'm pretty sure there was an interview where someone was talking to Sam Witwer, and he's like, "Yeah, so Maul's dead," and he goes, "Oh, is he?"
Yeah. Really?
And I'm just like, yes, he died on Tatooine to Obi-Wan.
He died on the. Oh well, actually, yeah, because I thought you were talking about Phantom Menace, where he died.
No.
The last death. Yeah.
No, his final death on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Which actually, no, we did have an episode where you speculated he might actually still be alive.
Yeah, because you don't see the cut, but
Yeah.
it's a kid's show, so
I think.
Yeah,
though,
but that show's shown some pretty.
well, like no,
like-
hold on, because I feel like there's symbolism behind his death
yes.
because it's meant to be the fact of like, Obi-Wan avenges his master, actually kills Maul proper, and Maul's dying breath is, will he avenge us? Not word for word, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Is he the one who will like save us or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, actually, it's going to be a girl named Rey.
Oh.
Sorry, did I get into that too quickly?
Oh no, the rays.
To be fair, all right. To be fair, I don't have a problem with Rey.
No.
I have a problem with plot.
She's
Yeah.
she's also
We'll
just
get to
kind
that.
of a boring character. But yeah, we'll get to that. What do you like?
No.
What do you like women in this?
Oh. No, no,
He said it. He
we've had
said
this
no.
talk. We've had this talk before about like episode 8 just completely fucked her over.
Yeah.
Majorly fucked her over.
I think-
and she could have been so much more.
Yeah, we'll get to that
Yeah,
later.
we'll get to it eventually.
But just back to the Maul show, right? So episode 1 doesn't. It's really weird. Episode 1 is weird because you don't get a traditional title crawl.
No.
There's no title crawl.
Oh shit.
And you're
Yeah,
kind of just dumped into a random spot of Maul's like backstory. So it takes place after 3, but before Rebels.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's him basically returning to the forefront of the syndicate. Was
Yes.
his group.
The Coruscant like
Underworld.
underworld. Yeah.
yeah, he's reclaiming his like leadership as the big major domo.
Is this just the episode or is this the entire series?
This is the
First
first
episode.
Okay.
It's him. Well, we make it sound like he's going after all of them at once. He's not. It's meant to be like to my knowledge, just going off the first episode, systematically him hunting down and killing all
Yeah.
the heads. It's
So
different,
what I meant was like, sorry, is that going to be like this time spot that they've shown?
I think to an extent,
Yeah.
and then it's probably going to kick off into something else that they're setting up.
Okay.
Which we will spoiler here because the episode's been out for long enough.
Yeah, it's fair.
You should have watched it.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I'm
shame on you.
sorry.
So pretty early on when we see Maul, he's meditating and one of his crew members sort of comes up behind him. A Mandalorian, by the way, comes up behind him and goes, "Oh, you had a dream of them again, of your apprentice."
Setting up for an apprentice.
And he's just like, "Oh yeah, I saw them in my mind.
My
I
mind's
want
eye."
them." And during the episode, we meet a little orphan girl
And her master.
and her master,
Oh.
her Jedi master.
Okay.
Which, by the way,
believe he might not be.
well, he might not be. Again, we've only seen the first episode. Also, if you're a Jedi and you're still on Coruscant, you deserve to get shot.
Yeah, but like, okay, so like, hear me out. Because the purge has happened, how like getting off world would be substantially hard.
Yes.
And as established in the first episode, they have no money.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Like-
But
The best thing to do in the case of Coruscant, because of the fact the entire planet is a city, is go to ground.
yeah, that is true. But again, if you're Jedi, you would have been either off world, and the Jedis who were on world were systematically taken down and killed.
Yes.
So I guess that it's just the Empire didn't think any Jedi would still be there.
Well,
it's hubris.
It's sort of hubris, but it's more the fact of like, it's like when you go into a bug-infested room, you turn the lights on and the roaches scatter. So like, you know, they take the Jedi Temple and anyone who's anywhere, particularly on Coruscant, would just, we need to hide.
You can hide in plain sight.
yeah. Well, they're hiding as beggars in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
Yeah.
have they done what Obi-Wan did and cut themselves up from the Force?
From the first episode, we don't know.
We don't know
Okay.
yet. The other thing too is because at this point in time, it would really only be theoretically, depending on the amount of time, Palpatine, because Vader would still be partially being rebuilt and getting used to his limbs.
Yes.
The Inquisitor order hasn't been set up yet,
Or as far as we know.
as far as we know. So
in
there's no
the
one
show.
who can kind of track force sensitive people.
Also, I wonder if this takes place before or after the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, simply because if Darth Maul knew where Obi-Wan Kenobi was, he'd be like, I'm killing that guy. Everyone get the hell out of my way. He gave me spider legs.
I think it's before, if I was just to think.
Well, I don't know all of the Clone Wars and Rebel
How dare
lore,
you.
but like,
damn it.
does he actually know? Does he know?
He finds out in Rebels.
Yeah.
where-
Yeah, so he wouldn't know yet.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he tracks him down, and it's old Obi-Wan. It's Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
And it's really funny too, because you watch the scene and Maul shows up and he's just kind of like, you're old. I'm gonna kill you. And everyone's like, try me, bitch.
Try. Fails miserably.
That moment you arrive at the guy you've hated for your entire life at this point. You know, it's the only thing sustaining you, and he's an old man.
Yeah. It's just like, my revenge boner is gone.
But it's also like he rocks up and he's like, oh.
Do you know how much sand I had to walk through? It's coarse, it's rough, it got in everything. I've had friction burn for days, Kenobi.
Everywhere.
Oh, there's actually a really funny thing in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Vader and Obi-Wan meet again for the first time, and
Yes.
and there's a fight, and Obi-Wan loses handedly, and Vader like sparks up this oil, and there's just a river of fire.
He tracks him through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, how's it feel? How's it feel, master? Yeah, you don't like it, do you?
How does it feel, old man? Can you feel your skin burning?
That's how I felt.
I don't have a penis anymore because it
It
exploded.
exploded like a sausage on the spit.
Oh,
Enjoyed that image.
I've got a robot dick.
He doesn't.
Would he? No, he'd just have like a.
I think he'd have a robotic catheter.
Yeah,
pisses
just-
in a tube.
Yes.
He pisses from a tube.
Is it like recycle so he can drink it again?
Oh god! Oh
That
my
would
God.
make
no,
sense.
because his whole suit is like a sealed environment.
Yeah.
So theoretically, it would have.
Yeah.
I think Palpatine would be cruel enough to do
He
that.
would. He would
To do that to
absolutely.
him.
He's just
like-
there looking at the schematics of the suit. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll put in water recyclers so he has to drink his own piss.
Every time like they're together and he hears like Vader go like
He knows. You just see a cheeky curve on his
see
lip.
the little grin.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you drinking something over there, Vader? Oh, no. No.
Vader,
Is it delicious?
are you hydrated?
Are you well hydrated, Vader? Good.
Drink it.
Drink it all up.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
So that actually brings up a funny thing. When Palpatine was captured and Obi-Wan and Anakin go to save him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're
Revenge
fighting
of the Sith.
Dooku. Yeah, in Revenge of the Sith, and they're fighting Dooku, and Anakin's got him at his mercy. How come Dooku didn't just go, Anakin, he's the Darth Lord of the Sith?
I think
He's
it's
my
because
master.
Yeah.
just hear me out.
Yeah.
Dooku just had both his hands cut off, and he's kind of in a bit of shock.
Yeah, no, that would do it.
And you know, he's like, oh, you know, something tells me it's quite painful getting a limb cut off.
I mean,
Yeah,
Anakin
Star
would
Wars,
know.
because well, that's true. I mean, given how much, though he did continue to talk after that,
Yeah.
but he'd scream a lot.
Christopher Lee, he's so good.
I'm so sad that he's gone.
Rest in
He's,
peace.
yeah. It's what a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sitting there thinking like maybe he was hoping because like when he looks at Palpatine, he's like, no, please. And it's like kind of hoping that he will save him. And
I think the whole thing is he's taken off guard because he the way he looks to Palpatine after Palpatine says, "Kill him."
Kill him
is,
now.
Wait, what? This isn't part of the plan. Because if we remember, the whole dynamic that they had was this was meant to be a war that would end up overthrowing the corruption of the Republic.
Yeah.
Because that's why Dooku became the leader of the Separatists.
The corruption
Yes.
that Palpatine facilitated.
Not just facilitated, but hijacked.
Yeah.
Because Dooku fell because of Qui-Gon's death.
Yes.
Yes.
But also he kind of had misgivings about the Jedi Order
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it had already started, but that was like the catalyst that kind of was just
Yeah.
like, okay,
it
well,
gets
now
shown
fuck
a lot
this.
more in Tales of the Jedi.
Yes. Yeah.
As to his whole like turning on the Republic because of the corruption.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Senators and the Jedi Order turn a blind eye to the actual struggles of the universe.
Yes, and
people in the
he's more like,
Mm.
from what I know and seen, is he's more like using the dark side to try to do good, but he doesn't know that dark side doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
He's
work that way.
completely being used.
Oh, absolutely.
He's an ideologue that his movement basically has been hijacked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Palpatine saw him and he was like, "You're easily manipulated. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're mine now."
manipulator.
A master.
to be your friend.
Let the puppet master do his work.
So there's a very famous video about someone criticizing the prequels of like Palpatine's plan in Episode 2. So the whole thing goes like Palpatine wants to kill Padme, but he doesn't want to do it himself. So he hires a dude who hires a dude to kill Padme. But ultimately they need Padme to do this, and that. So it doesn't really make any sense. And I'm just kind of like, Palpatine didn't want to kill Padme.
No.
He didn't want to kill Padme.
Yeah.
He wanted the illusion that she would die
Yeah.
to manipulate Anakin.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. It's what's the easiest way to get to this young, emotional lad who's infatuated with this girl?
Well, because then the next thing is they move her to Naboo to be safe away from all the shit. And who else to guard her but this dude,
Yeah.
Anakin?
By the way, terrible choice.
Very bad choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the weird thing is like Obi-Wan knows.
Yeah.
Like Obi-Wan knows.
Well, like the thing is,
I think it's like a Batman thing where Commissioner Gordon knows but doesn't know.
or like how all of Batman's villains know who Batman is, but they don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that one guy finds out and they're like, you know, you can't tell anyone because if he found out, that's worse for us. Yeah. But like, they hinted it in the end of Clone Wars that to an extent, both Rex and Obi-Wan are aware,
yeah.
but not to the full extent of how aware they are.
Well, in Episode 3, when Padme reveals to Obi-Wan that Anakin's the father, he doesn't go, you were with Anakin this whole time?
No, I think more it's meant to be, or at least the setup to that is meant to be the thing of like he's with the position he's in. He's like, this is where turning a blind eye has gotten me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not in the sense of like he's been screwed over, but like for the sake of turning a blind eye for Anakin's benefit, it's led to like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which then brings up this whole Qui-Gon versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan's just like, he's my brother, I love him, so I'm going to turn a blind
Yeah.
eye.
That's the exact problem is the fact that, Obi-Wan trained Anakin as a brother where Qui-Gon would have trained him as an apprentice.
Yes.
Or,
And he,
less of a family member, more of an actual like disciple.
Yeah, because
but
apart from Anakin being slightly too old to become an apprentice, a young man.
Too old he is.
Wow.
Bring him back when he's young.
Release the Yoda files.
oh God.
Would it be the Palpatine files?
It would be the Palpatine files.
Would be.
Yeah.
Excluding the fact he was at the time too old to become a Padawan. Obi-Wan was fairly young taking on Anakin.
yes.
Like he wasn't probably ready.
Obi-Wan was only 21 something like that when he took on Anakin.
Yeah, and he was still, I'm pretty sure when Yoda, I think it was Yoda who told him that he could take, I forget who told him that he could take Anakin.
It was Yoda who
Yeah,
said.
he was still a Padawan. He still had the Padawan braid and everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, he was promoted swiftly after that because he
To a
killed
Jedi Knight.
Yeah, because he killed Maul.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure they still need to go through their trials.
They do.
That's the whole rules.
To be
and
fair though,
setup.
he did just kill
Yeah.
a Sith, a quote unquote Sith Lord.
True,
Yeah, the
but-
first Sith they've seen in 10,000 years.
There you go.
Or not because of the acolyte. Gosh damn it.
Oh boy.
Should we
I
talk
haven't
about
I've only seen like 2 episodes of that.
I've watched every
The power
single
of
episode.
one.
The power of two. The power of many.
Oh God.
All right. Oh, we need to quickly.
Yeah. Hold on.
With Acolyte, a lot of controversy, a lot of people who do points about things. I don't care about any of that. The point that I want to raise is the plot of, or not the plot, but the fact that Cult was just creating babies. It invalidates the entire premise of Anakin.
Yeah, it does. Because you can just create Force babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, so it wasn't the Force itself pulling its will through Anakin. It just created a Force baby.
Yeah. It's just
Force
a coven
babies?
of witches that just create Force babies.
Force babies? I haven't finished the series. So Force
Oh,
babies?
okay. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. So,
No,
the
you're
witch-
okay.
the
I'm
witch
just like Force
coven-
babies? Just
Yeah.
The
Do you know
witch
the-
coven was creating babies through the Force.
yeah.
Oh shit.
That's their whole thing.
Okay.
And like the whole thing is Anakin is meant to be like a creation of the Force, from
yeah.
the Force. Or
Oh, is that
to
where-
some people think Palpatine might have done it.
Yes, we were talking. I mentioned that earlier, and you said it was confirmed that he actually
Well,
did do that.
there's a comic book where Anakin is kind of going through this trial, and he gets a vision of Padme. Not Padme, of his mother and a baby forming inside her, and Palpatine is behind her. But
Could that just be a form of like hinting at ominous?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or, one day just soon to be Chancellor of the Republic just pulls up on Tatooine and he's like, I'm going to get some bitches tonight.
Because I can get
slavery.
I get the whole master plan of being able to plan so much, but to put it down to entirely to episode 1 having the ship just gets hit at the right point at the right time in order for them to land on Tatooine, in order to find that and for what one child that just somehow has midichlorians, somehow has enough to be more than Yoda and all this sort of stuff. It's like that's next level shit that I'm just like, eh.
That's the Force.
That's the Force, though.
Yeah, that's
No,
the Force.
that is the Force. What I'm talking about is that whole concept of Palpatine.
Oh, he put this all in
Manipulating
motion
it.
as a master strategist.
I don't think
Yeah.
he did.
No,
That's where I'm like,
think,
eh.
I think the whole thing is he put the whole thing of the Trade Federation blockading Naboo into place.
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
And then the fact that this domino, falling stack of dominoes, led to Anakin is like, oh, this is a jolly good
Yeah.
surprise.
That's why I think that that idea of him making Anakin with the Force is kind of like, nah, I'm not with that
no.
because that's
'Cause,
too much.
The thinking I go is he at that point had a plan already to overthrow
Yeah.
the Republic, and then Anakin basically falls into his lap, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
oh, this is even better."
Well, they have that whole speech in episode 3 about Darth Plagueis the Wise, where he's so powerful he could even create life with the Force, which I'm not taking that literally. I assume that was metaphor of like he could create life, but like not in the way that you can actually use the Force to make a baby.
Maybe like grow a plant or something.
Or maybe like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to bring something up before we get too far past like the
Acolyte?
prequels. Well, anyway, I do want to go back to episode 1 real quick.
Yes.
When I was a child, by the way, before I had watched episode 4, 5, and 6, when Palpatine gets introduced and there's that scene where he whispers into is it Padme or no? Was it? Yeah, no, Padme's ear before the Congress, whatever you want to call it. I was like, that dude's a bad guy. I was like, I don't like him. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I don't think George Lucas was being very subtle with his with Palpatine's evilness.
And I was a child, like I was a young boy.
Do you know what's really funny? A lot of people say with episode 1 that the politics are very boring and like, oh, kids don't want to watch all this politics. It's so simple to understand that it's not even funny.
Yeah. Well, also, if we're going to look into a bit of a deeper subtext, it's meant to be the whole thing of like, it's a reflection on our world. Like, there's this really good video that I'll have to give a link to, and it's how a democracy dies, and it uses the prequels as an
With
example.
thunderous applause.
And it basically it goes into Clone Wars and stuff, and it lays out Palpatine's whole dismantling of the systems and balances that kept the Republic going, and how it rose into the Empire. And where was I going with this?
It was a lot of red tape,
right.
and
it's meant to be more of a reflection on our world, and the exact same thing of how because Palpatine as Chancellor was a populist, and it's meant to be a reflection of how people like that can dismantle that of democracy.
Yeah.
Like it's Star Wars is, or at least the prequels, is a reflection on how democracy dies.
yes, because how does a democracy die? With thunderous applause. And I really find it hilarious that all Palpatine had to do was rely on people's hubris and all of the red tape and bureaucracy of a corrupt system. You seem really excited. You got something to say?
I just realized the scene where that is perfectly matches.
In episode 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give emergency powers.
I give emergency power.
Gives emergency powers and then gives it to Palpatine, and then everyone applauds. And then there you go. That's it.
Yeah.
Even then, at that point in time, the Republic basically had fallen before that.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, the Republic fell, and I'm pretty sure it's even stated in that video, it fell when the Clone Wars began.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, end of episode 2, when the clone army is amassing, it's the Imperial March that's playing. That is the birth of the Empire.
It's been so long. It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't remember that.
It's also the fact that they are using something that they clearly know is corrupt for their benefit.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fucking stupid for doing it.
And it's also the fact of like, in Clone Wars, the Jedi Council does an investigation as to how the clone army was made, and then they track it down from Cypher DS all the way to Dooku, and they're like, Dooku created the army basically, and it's like, bury this, we must.
Yeah. It's like, whoops, can't let the Jedi get a bad name.
We can't let the Jedi get the bad name. We know this army wasn't made for us, but we're going to use it anyway.
Exactly.
And we're not going to be concerned about that, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's made from a bounty hunter
That specializes in killing Jedi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's use them. Let's go. That's so dumb.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of the
I know.
The prequels are secretly brilliant.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just a monkeys with typewriters type situation where he stumbled upon
Well,
brilliance.
all 3 of the movies had different directors, correct?
Not the prequels.
No, George Lucas produced.
Hang on, I will Google it right now.
While you're doing that, I wanted to. Oh shit! I know I had a point that I was going to make, but now I've forgotten it. God damn it!
That's what that feels like.
Yeah.
Quickly, faff about.
I'm trying to think of what it was. It was at the tip of my tongue. I cannot remember. Oh, no, I remember now.
There we go.
So, time. So the thing is that everyone raves on about, prequels are shit. Prequels are bad. I'd like to point out how long had it been since their release before people actually started saying that? It was a little bit.
I think it was when home release, when they released it on DVD and VHS.
Yeah.
Like when people started saying that they were shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because more people
I'm
had
pretty
access to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. But I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I didn't see it properly for a while. I mean, I was a kid, but
Yeah.
still, like,
So George Lucas directed all 3 films of the prequels.
Okay.
All 3 of them.
Because I must have been misremembering then. I was under the assumption that like maybe did he produce as well?
Yes.
Okay. I was under the assumption it was 3 different like directors for all 3.
now you think,
That was the original trilogy.
Oh, okay.
oh, they're different directors?
Yeah,
The
George
original?
Lucas did 1.
Yeah.
Someone did 2 Empire, and then somebody else did Return of the Jedi.
That actually makes so much sense when you consider the feel of all 3 movies.
You know what? Since we're moving to the original trilogy, I think the original Star Wars is a technically perfect film.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, there's like not a whole bunch I could say. Well, when you're considering when they were released with the technology they had access to, the story that he wanted to tell, like I'm like, yeah, it was great. It was what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also filled in like a almost Saturday morning cartoon, not cartoon plot line, but like the whole thing of like you can just sit down and watch episode 4 and you don't even need to watch
You get a
anything
complete
prior.
story.
Yeah, you get a complete story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beginning,
Like,
middle,
you-
and an end.
Yeah. And it's only if you really want to get into it, then you can see what it leads into or what came before it.
Or even just go Empire and then.
Which
Yeah.
I've actually just realized something with the prequels and the sequels is that the not the sequels, the original, the prequels, they did something that the sequels actually didn't. So
Write
which
a good
was-
story.
Write a good story, which was exactly what you said: a beginning, middle, and end. Yes, the story was continuing, but that story had ended.
Yes.
Whereas I know we're jumping a little bit ahead here, but the sequels, it was continuous. Like it actually hadn't really, that story hadn't really ended. Or at least not really.
The sequels?
Yeah.
With
yeah.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah,
It
the-
was
Force Awakens.
Force
Yeah, that's
Awakens,
it.
all those. They
it was a mystery box.
they didn't end their story.
No.
They
No,
didn't
no.
end.
It was set up for. It was deliberately set up for a sequel, and I think as like a springboard. Yes, it's a part of the overarching Star Wars thing, but I think the key thing is for your first episode on your expansion trilogy, it should be more of a self-contained beginning, middle, and end,
Yes.
and then you can take elements from that to put in a sequel to continue that.
Yes, exactly, which is what episode 4 did. They finished it, they ended. They're like, yeah, these like big, there's Vader and all that still out there. But
I mean, in episode 4, Vader straight up dies.
oh yeah, they think he's
Well,
dead because
They think he's dead, but he
Yes.
flies off into the
Yeah.
flies
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
He gets flung off into the.
But if you just watch A New Hope, he just dies.
yeah.
That's it.
yeah,
So like, the story ended.
Yes.
It was done. There you go.
Also, fun fact, if you go back and you watch A New Hope, in the scene where they're all celebrating that they just defeated the Empire, Mark Hamill gets so excited when Carrie Fisher runs
Yeah.
up. He says, Carrie!
yeah. I remember that.
Instead of Leia. It's a really cool... The
really
original
cute.
trilogy, the original trilogy has a lot of mistakes, but they're so iconic.
Oh, the head
Yeah.
bunk.
The head bonk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love that they added the sound in afterwards.
Yep,
That's
yep.
so good.
Also, by the way, this is for you guys out there. If anyone ever comes up to you and go, hey, what's your favorite indie film? And you can say Star Wars. Star Wars was
Yes.
an indie film.
Because no one would back it.
No.
So
Yeah.
many people got rejected so much because they were like, no one wants to see a space story with
Not to
laser
mention,
swords.
I believe it was the like introduction rolling text that was seen. No, I can't remember exactly, but I believe that was seen as very controversial at the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
because the introductory rolling text was originally from 1950s action serials that they would do for television, and it was seen as controversial because it was seen as outdated form of storytelling.
Aha. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
But it works.
Also, Star Wars is a student film.
I did not know that.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So George Lucas, Spielberg, all those people were in college at the time. And they made it during that time. So technically, Star Wars is a student film.
oh my God. And that just puts to like
That
stock
actually-
of how old they are.
That actually makes it so much better, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
100%.
the fact of like where it's gotten to now and the such a big universe that it's created.
I mean,
So,
Empire wasn't a student film, but the original one technically was.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Now, to quote something from another franchise, with a reflection of Disney and the sequel trilogy, George Lucas made this in a cave with a box of scraps.
He
What's your
literally,
excuse?
he literally did. He just got his buddies from college together. And then, by the way, his buddies from college were some of the best directors,
Yeah.
cinematographers, VFX people of the time. But still, he got his college buddies together and was like, let's make a movie, baby.
Yo, you want to make a movie?
You know, whenever I watch something Star Wars and they decide to upgrade the technology rather than stick with like the kind of crappy 80s,
Yeah.
dots on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
That's not Star Wars.
That's not Star Wars. Nah. I'll put up with it in a video game because
Video game.
because it just because otherwise then it's harder to work with. But like in a movie or in a series, I'm like, nah, you got to stick with that. Like, the
It's got to be rustic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name, the ping pong. You got to stick with that
Pong.
style, Matt. Pong. Yeah,
Yeah,
pong.
it's
You
literally
gotta-
just called Pong.
Pong. You got to stick with the Pong style.
Hell yeah. What did you guys think of the fight choreography in both the prequels and the originals?
Prequels, fight choreography, amazing.
Yes.
Original, I mean, like, look, what they had at the time, fine. It's good for what it is.
Yeah.
Not to mention as well, like they had to be more careful with those lightsabers because they could actually break them.
They were made out of
Yeah.
just straight up glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to add like when you watch the movie, when they turn the lightsaber on, they have to stay still, and you see the cut, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, they got to be very careful with those. But no, I agree. The choreography for 1, 2, and 3 is great. It is definitely purposely more showy, but that's for a reason. That's
A lot of people
just
say it's like a dance choreography.
it is.
It is. It's like dance fighting.
But if you are a master at this particular weapon, right? You are a master in a weapon and in a mystical power, it would kind of feel like a dance.
Yeah.
Well, yes. It's also, it's meant to be more I keep having to come back to this. It's also symbolic of like the peak of like the Jedi.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're at the height of their power versus when it's Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader and they're both very old and stiff.
That is true. Yeah.
It's showing the height of what the Jedi and the Sith were like.
Stiff. Sorry, I'm super stiff right now.
So stiff.
I'm so old.
I'm so old and crotchety.
Well, this kind of also comes back to episode 3, which we have also talked about before,
Yeah.
which the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. A lot of people go like, what the fuck is that? Because they're like spinning their sabers
Yeah.
around. But
Yep.
it's literally them trying to find an open. They're like faking
Yeah.
out constantly.
It's a whole thing of
So when
like
they're in
bobbing
the
and
control
weaving.
room.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
people don't get that, and I'm like, maybe you should research
Yeah,
like
so
sword
when-
work or whatever you want to
Well,
call it.
like-
For context of people at home, in the fight, there's a moment when they go into this control room
Yeah.
and they're having the fight, and there's a scene where they just stand in the middle swinging their sabers. They're trying to bait each other in.
yeah,
Yeah. Now, obviously, people who do like practical sword fighting do the whole like you just stab.
yeah,
But like the it's not meant to be about like it's meant to be showy fighty, but also like they're not using conventional swords. They're using laser swords.
Yes.
They also have magic powers.
They also have magic
They do.
powers.
They do.
Like it's this whole thing of like you have a weapon that doesn't really have a weight behind it, so you can move it almost however you want. And yet again, it's like theoretically, if you're trained to fight with it that way, it's a whole thing of you're trying to bait him out to parry to get a kill.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have actually seen people online on TikTok who do traditional sword fighting. They go, well, if it's weightless at the hilt, if it's weightless at the blade, rather, why don't they just stand it from each other and just do this? Like a flashlight.
Okay, all right. Hold on.
What is that going to do, though?
Right.
Yeah.
You get the iconic Duel of Fates, right?
Yeah.
And instead of getting a nice showy fight for the audience to see, it's just it's for spectacle.
I'm just thinking
it's deliberately for spectacle.
now I'm just picturing like, hey, perose, whatever you call it. Right? Repose.
It's
It's deliberately for spectacle, because how would you like to see your $1 billion budget movie, whatever budget you want to put behind it, and the bad guy just dies to
Yeah.
it's over. You don't get a spectacular showdown.
Hey, you want my hot take? Real sword fighting is fucking boring.
Oof, you're gonna rage off some people.
Good. Real sword fighting is boring as shit.
Because then if you want to go like super technical in terms of not just sword fighting, but if you want to go like, hey, let's just like end this now, just stand in the middle of the Death Star and just.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's not how lightsabers work.
No.
You see, there's a whole Rick and Morty episode where somebody puts a lightsaber.
Perfect vertical.
You're perfect vertical.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about that. There is a built-in failsafe with lightsabers that the second that their hand is off the saber, it closes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Robot Chicken even did the whole thing of a perfect vertical, now that I think of it.
They did.
I didn't watch Robot Chicken, so
Boo.
But there is another thing that does counter that, but that's only for someone who wants to do it, which is they can throw their sabers and force keep it on. Like they can use the force to keep it on. Obviously, no one's going to be like, I'm going to stand in this thing and drop it and keep it on the entire way while I'm still here.
Yeah.
Because that's dumb and stupid.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that's kind of genius from a writing perspective of like the second that the saber is out of their hand, it turns off.
Yeah. That's why like in all the battles, whenever they've
been disarmed.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. So we've been sort of just rambling for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's all been good. Great content. Would you guys like to talk about some Star Wars plot holes? Some supposed plot holes in the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
All right.
Let's hear have an article here.
All right.
From a place that I don't need to give them a shout out. And
now we haven't talked about the sequels yet. So are these plot holes from what we have talked about currently?
Currently, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the very first plot hole is, why didn't Obi-Wan use force speed to save Qui-Gon Jinn?
He was behind a
blast shield.
Yeah.
Because he's a Padawan and he hasn't learned that force ability yet.
Also, it's not super speed. It's not force speed. It's a dash.
It's a dash.
It's literally in every video game.
If you watch the Phantom Menace and you get to that scene, he is behind a blast shield.
Yes.
You know, because that's why he has a red haze over him going, no!
I think that they were talking about like when the blast shields, all of them get turned off and he has that moment where he's running. Like,
he's
why
running.
didn't they just, like, why didn't they just use this force speed to get through that? It's like,
he just watched his mentor die.
Well, no. They're referring to just before that, when he's running and then gets cut off, and then Qui-Gon dies.
at like the last one.
Yeah. So why didn't he use that? Well, it's because he just couldn't.
Well, the thing is, we could if that was
just hear me out.
Okay, go on.
Force dash probably didn't exist at that time.
The Force dash, they used it earlier in the movie.
Oh,
remember when they were on?
They did.
When they were on the blockade ship.
Oh,
they used it to get away from the droids.
Oh no, because I was gonna say.
It wouldn't have worked because it's only a short dash and it wouldn't have covered that distance.
No, didn't they only add that later though? They didn't add that in the original.
They did add that later, yes.
So let's go off of original
Okay,
for
cool.
a second.
Okay.
Because that's more so of a thing to add in for more so for plot, I guess, that they wanted. I don't know why, but let's go off of the original. We could just say that he didn't know it yet. He's a Padawan.
Okay.
If it
You can
did
do
still
that.
exist, if it did exist as a power that they could use,
Or
he's a Padawan.
what if he just gauged the distance and was like, I can't make it without getting cut in half by these shields?
That is also incredibly
Yeah.
valid.
Like, you know, he goes to do it, and instead of Qui-Gon getting run through by Maul, they both look in horror as he's just
Yeah,
By
chopped
the
in
shield.
half by a blast shield.
and Maul's like, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, man.
Anyway,
What I will actually maybe mention instead as a different, same plot hole but different ability
yes.
is okay. So the way that those gates shut, by the way, is they move.
Mm-hmm.
He could have used the Force to keep them open.
Could he?
It's the Force, man. Like,
Yeah,
well,
but like he still needs to know of which, like the mechanism as to how
No,
it.
he doesn't. Well, this would be this. I mean, it's space magic, but
Yeah.
it really
Space magic.
depends on where you're going from it, because like the Force can vary in different ways. Because
True.
remember the fact in like Force Awakens, you pull a Star Destroyer from the sky.
yes.
Force Unleashed.
That's
Yeah,
it. Sorry,
Force Unleashed.
God,
Yeah.
now I'm doing it.
Yeah, we have more creative names. Star Wars. Holy fuck. So the next plot hole, as stated by this website, when exactly did Cypher DS die?
Oh,
So-
I think they hinted at this in Clone Wars because they tracked down his ship.
It is said in when he's on Camino in episode 2, Obi-Wan, it's said to him that he died. He was killed almost 10 years ago.
Yes.
You know, with that, I fucked up when I was a kid, right? I thought Cypher DS because I'm like, who the fuck is this Jedi that they're referencing?
Yeah.
I thought it was just another name for Qui-Gon.
To be fair, actually, no. Yeah,
mean,
no,
yeah.
I would agree.
Because they're like, oh, Cypher DS died 10 years ago. Oh, who's the only other Jedi that
Who's
we've been
died 10
introduced
years ago?
who would have died about 10 years ago? Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, so Qui-Gon is Cypher DS.
Well, to be fair, I didn't put together that Dooku was Lord Tyrannus.
That's fair, though.
Because, like, there was no I'm Tyrannus like there is in Clone Wars.
I am Tyrannus.
Rawr!
Rawr.
Get it? Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, but it's
Hey,
Tyrannus is as in tyrant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our next one here is okay. Numbers. This is the next one. Why does C-3PO act like he doesn't know Leia in A New Hope?
He gets his memory wiped at the end of 3.
I know. That's so. It's
Can I ask a question?
yeah. What's up?
Did the person who wrote this article watch the movies?
Well, there's little blurbs here. So it says like while the Star Wars prequels have plenty of plot holes, the franchise is first blah 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 blah. Just before the Empire locked Princess Leia in their ship, it makes it surprising that Obi-Wan has because on the ship when
you meant I thought you meant 3PO.
3PO yeah.
No, you did mean 3PO.
Yeah, I did mean 3PO. He doesn't know who Leia is because they were on the ship, remember? And in the first...
At the end of number 3?
No. In episode 4...
I thought you were talking about when he got his memory wiped.
No. So in episode 4, C-3PO and R2-D2
Yes.
were on the
Yeah.
ambassador ship.
The Tantive.
Yeah, that Leia was on. And she was talking into 3PO. And then when they were on Tatooine... 3PO was like, I don't know who that girl is that's projecting out of R2-D2. My thing is, he probably didn't want to give up the princess.
No, so I think it's more just the fact of, again, like he probably, hear me out, they probably wiped his memory before like he started operating on the ship.
Yeah, just a reset.
Yeah.
Well,
Because the whole thing with like, I say 3PO units, they have a designation, I think, outside of that, is they get wiped pretty regularly. One of the plot points that gets brought up in Clone Wars, again, is the fact that Anakin doesn't wipe R2, and he has a shit ton of confidential information
yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
the
So much.
about the Republic and all that.
Here's one. So Luke is hidden on Tatooine and yet still keeps the last name Skywalker.
Okay, you're in a galaxy full of probably billions.
Yeah, I'd say
I'm pretty
so.
sure some people might have the same name.
Not just the wait. What
How many
was
Smiths are there in the world?
A lot.
what's his uncle's last name?
Lars.
Yes.
Oh, it was Lars.
Yes,
Okay.
Owen Lars and Baru Lars.
Also, I'm pretty sure in Star Wars they don't have an equivalent of Facebook.
Just be like, just
Maybe
scroll.
Space
I want
MySpace.
just Anakin. I was like, I wonder if there's still anyone as Skywalker on Tatooine. Hold on, let me just. Oh shit! This guy named Luke.
Son of a bitch. So I would say, like, Anakin thinks his kids are dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vader thinks his kids are dead.
Yes.
He's not going to go looking for them.
No,
And if somebody just so happened to have the last name Skywalker on Tatooine, he's probably going to be like, that's a name they designate to people.
yeah,
Yeah, it might be a designation name, or it could even be a relative of Shmi.
Yeah, exactly. And he ain't going down to Tatooine because there's too many dark memories down there.
No, and I don't
And
think,
plenty of sand.
It's coarse and rough and gets
or at
everywhere.
least not early Vader. I don't think would want to, even though he's fought to the dark side. I don't think he would want to completely get rid of Shmi's memory. So I don't think he would go looking for
Kill all his
yeah,
relatives.
like kill all of his relatives because like he knows that Lars exists.
yes.
Yes.
because
he knows
of
about Owen. He knows
Yeah.
about
Yeah, he knows.
Baru.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows about all. He knows about them, but like, I don't think because he still has like connections and ties. Obviously, like he still loves his mum, and then there's like if you're going into like legends and shit, he almost turns back to the light side at one point because of
Yes.
a vision.
A vision.
I think it was what was it a vision of? I forget.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but he sees a vision and like so he still has feelings in there for like for his mum and stuff because that's what brought him to the dark side to begin with.
Yes.
He loves his mama.
Yeah, so I don't
Emotional
think
attachment.
he's like I don't want to go back to Tatooine because that's shit. But I'm not going to go there to kill my uncle because like that's kind of me. That's bad.
I think he was a little busy with the fact that he, exploded his penis.
Yeah, there is that.
And he was chopped in like he was like chopped in four quarters.
Where's my dick?
He's just sitting there after a few days. He's like, oh man, I'm feel. Oh, what's it?
Wait a minute.
You just in that the at the end of episode 3 we hear the
No.
you just hear
Where's
that again.
mine? Cuts away to something else. Sausages. Get your sausages here.
Get your sausages.
No, and it has to be the Japanese octopus like looking
No.
No.
So here's a fun one. Here's another fun one. How come Vader doesn't recognize C-3PO and R2-D2? Because they're incredibly
Generic.
They're generic droids.
Yeah, they never actually. I don't think they ever actually give him their designation.
No.
No, they don't give him a designation. And he doesn't see them face to face until on the Death Star. But on top of that, like, there's identical units of most of them.
Yeah.
Like, they think of all the different not tactical droids.
Protocol droids.
Protocol. No. Is he a protocol droid?
C-3PO.
C-3PO is a protocol droid.
The amount of
yes.
protocol droids. Like a lot of them are similar bodies, maybe different heads.
And
Same go
colour
for
scheme.
astromechs.
Yep.
Different heads or colors. Like they in Clone Wars, they get one that's black and gold with a bit of white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although there's not very many going around with a random red arm later.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
suppose you're wondering about my red arm. No,
That's
I
a story.
wasn't.
That's a story for later. So is this the time where we get into the sequel stuff?
I mean, we didn't really finish talking about Acolyte, but I suppose.
Okay. No, we'll go back to Acolyte.
No. I think
Wind
the
it back.
sooner we're done with that, the better, to be honest.
Sooner we're done with the Acolyte.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will
Okay, sure.
bring out. I have seen I've seen a few episodes. I have seen the Kyber crystal bleeding moment, and I'm glad
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty dope.
That
yes.
is cool. I think it's cool. I have seen like a lot of people being like, "What the fuck is that?" And it's like, bruh,
Well,
you
like,
haven't.
He's bleeding.
You obviously don't know that much. I mean,
well, think about it in terms of like broader audience doesn't have the same capture.
that is
say
fair.
we
That
would
is fair.
have.
That
So
is
like
fair.
we don't get the concept, and only until it gets more
You're not a real fan.
Surface level.
So the Acolyte had, I would like to say, a lot of potential,
Had a lot of potential.
but it definitely wasted it with its meandering storytelling, terrible pacing, and also just awful characters.
Yeah.
Except for Master Soul. He was dope.
I didn't watch any trailers or anything leading up to the Acolyte.
Yeah.
I make it a point because trailers these days just give away the entire plot. They
too
don't
much.
hint at anything. But my expectation going in watching the first episode, I actually thought it was going to be honestly about like Maul's adventure of, obtaining an acolyte.
An Acolyte.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Oh, Darth Maul gets an Acolyte, all right.
Yes.
No,
Now in the new Maul series, we're going to see that. But like my original expectation was the acolyte was maybe that.
Yeah.
Well, there's also another. Wait, no, never mind. I got my characters mixed up. I was thinking of a character which was actually in Ahsoka. It was that random.
I hardly know her.
It was that random brother that like would just when he died turned to like dust or whatever.
Oh, the Inquisitor.
Yeah, Inquisitor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when he's like fighting her, and then when she slashes him, he just turns to dust.
Yes.
Yeah.
They never explain that, by the way.
Yeah, that was
He's
a lot
becoming one with the Force.
a lot of people speculated that was Starkiller,
Yeah.
and I was like, that would be so cool.
I want a Starkiller TV show. I want a Starkiller show. But
Oh, yeah.
just to wrap up with the Acolyte,
Yeah,
so
sorry.
we can move on to the sequels. It is terrible.
Yes.
It is awful.
I think it didn't help the fact that like the whole approach of when like it started getting bad reviews is they double down with the whole, oh, it's a toxic fan base. It's like you have a cast and well, not really cast. You have a crew making it that don't respect the source material.
Yeah.
Like a big thing is with any project, you don't need people who are fanatical, but you need people who at least understand,
Enjoy it?
and understand like what fans want to an extent and work with that. Like they gave you a time frame separated way back before the main events. You could go ham with anything, but you obsessed it over just nothing. Ideology.
Yeah, ideology, which is ridiculous because
Yes, queen.
there were good bits
Yes.
in the Acolyte.
Yes, there
there's
were.
an entire episode with a fight scene in a forest. It is spectacular.
Yes.
However, the characters, I don't give a shit about any of them.
Oh, and one thing, because I always found this one funny, the fire in space. Come on, you're watching a show about space wizards with laser swords.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Suspend your disbelief a little bit extra.
There's fire in space. Just move on.
Have you ever seen fire in space? It's beautiful.
I am a little disappointed with the villain of the show. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Oh,
Quinto or some shit.
yeah, Smiley.
Yeah. Darth Smiley.
That mask, fucking
Oh yeah,
dope.
It's so good.
Oh, loved it.
I'm a little disappointed with his just motivation of I want an acolyte.
Yeah.
It's like, for what? And he's like, that's my business. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, but that's the whole Sith thing. You know?
Yeah, that is true.
Dooku didn't know the full plan.
I just want someone to call him daddy.
Also, fucking hell.
Whoa.
Also, like, there is a scene in The Acolyte where literally Darth Plagueis does this.
Right, the thing at the end to be like,
Oh wait, is Darth Plagueis at the
Darth
end of that?
Plagueis is in the end of The Acolyte.
yeah,
Oh,
like
shit.
a 2-second thing.
It's a
Oh.
yeah. So Darth Plagueis is clearly there manipulating whatever the fuck his name is, Darth Smiley, and he just sort of like pops his head out from a corner.
Like, hey, this series ties into the other one apparently because I'm in it.
I'm here too.
Yes.
Oh, so there's a potential possibility that we're going to
There
get
is no way that's
No.
getting a season 2.
No, it. I'm pretty sure it got canned.
It did.
Like,
It did.
Well,
Good.
because I mean, would you want to see a season or a show about young Sidious with Plagueis?
No.
Plagueis?
Not really.
No.
No.
When you over-explain something,
Yeah.
it starts to lose its magic.
That's fair, yeah.
Like the big thing I think going into this whole sequel trilogy is Star Wars is an entire galaxy. It doesn't need to be keeping up with the Skywalkers or keeping up with the Palpatines.
No, there is so much going on.
Like you can just have another guy who's
Really good at the Force.
really good at the Force.
It doesn't
doesn't have to be a Sith.
No, and it doesn't need to be a chosen one.
You can do it.
doesn't-
Like,
Also, real quickly, to be
Yeah.
fair, the whole thing of Anakin being the chosen one, he technically did bring balance to the Force.
for like
he was
5
brought up-
seconds.
Yeah.
Well, no, because like prior to the Purge,
Yeah.
right, there was there was over 10,000 Jedi, and there were only 2 Sith.
Shit, you're right. Fuck, I didn't
Oh,
think of it.
shit. Yeah.
And then by
you're
the
right.
end of it, there is almost an exact amount of, I mean, there's more Jedi survivors, but there is basically the minimal amount of both sides.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of bringing balance.
kind
Kind
yeah.
of, but the Empire itself then becomes
Yes.
a bigger overarching
You're meant to bring
darkness.
balance
But
to
in
the
terms
Force.
of like Force users from Sith to Jedi,
Yeah, if we're going with Force users, yeah.
it's still a form of balance to the Force.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is a form of balance. I don't know if that was the balance that the prophecy foretold.
Well, I mean, I'm just going with like more of a George R.R. Martin kind of stance on
Yeah.
this, but like,
Yeah.
prophecies are confusing and I can't even do a good accent.
Prophecies are no, that's George Lucas.
Yeah, no. Prophecies in themselves, I don't think should be definitive. They need to have that ambiguity and,
And
vagueness.
interpretation.
Yeah, they need to be wide open to interpretation for this fact of being
Yeah.
like, this is restoring an order to the Force. Because like, if you have too much on one side of a scale, like there's no balance. So if you killed all the Sith, you have all the light side users weighing down one side and the dark up.
And then the opposite.
Which,
And then the opposite
If we
on the other
also want to like delve like deep, is that generally speaking, like in the past, not all dark side users are actually evil.
No. Well, the whole thing of Sith and Jedi.
It's like heroin.
Yeah,
Well, no, because like the whole understanding for Sith and Jedi in more of a wider thing, because I'm not too familiar with Legends, is it's meant to be more of a split,
yeah,
like Greek and Roman,
Yeah.
like Orthodoxy and religion.
I actually I saved a TikTok that was like really explaining the Force. I don't know if I can get it up without playing the audio, so I'll just check that out.
that's okay. From what I know, it's kind of like the dark side is a little bit like Icarus. Like the closer you get,
The higher the chance of
the
burning
higher,
your wings.
yeah, the higher chance of burning your wings, which would be the fall to like becoming, I guess, like evil, if you want to put it.
Yeah.
Because there are like
Evil, you say?
because like I said, there are other users that, and that's where it was like from what I've in my experience through other formats and like, video games and other media, is that them eventually the Jedi started seeing most of them because of those outliers as they're bad, and so it kind of did like a genocide.
Yeah, they became puritanical.
Yeah, and then in the end, to protect themselves, that's where they came up with the rule of two.
Oh, you mean the Sith, not the Jedi?
The Sith. Yeah, no, the
Yeah,
the Sith.
No, because the whole ideology was the rule of two was meant to be the thing of like there's too many like dark side Force users. If we got rid of a ton of them, then that makes us stronger.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry
Yeah,
about
because
that.
there's less of the dark
Yeah.
side to be tapped into.
Yeah, no,
basically.
sorry, my bad. But still,
It was all a big power struggle.
Yeah, it's all a power
essentially.
struggle. Yeah.
yeah, and like, sorry, that kind of poses that kind of little bit of where there's darkness, there's light. Where there's light, there's darkness. There's always Jedi that do shitty things for the sake of good or justice.
Yes.
But there's also Sith, or well, not specifically Sith, but dark side users who, they can do some good sometimes.
I think that's quickly to get back to the hop back to the acolyte. I think that should have more been the angle of the acolyte.
Yeah.
Was like you have the Jedi Order. You could have portrayed them like the misunderstanding that happens that kills the Coven. You should have had it more as the fact that the Jedi were seen more as Puritans.
Yes.
And then you have this Sith dude who's just, oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty chill guy, you know.
I'm just a dude.
I'm just a dude. You know, it should have been. I think Acolyte should have been more of a focus on the contrast between because
The Sith and the Jedi.
Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah.
Because we always see the Jedi as the heroes and the Sith as the villain. This should have been a bit more of a blur.
I think so too. That would be a really good story to tell.
Yeah.
So
Too bad no one told it.
I found the video. So what this person is arguing is that the Force is the Force itself is kind of like an ecosystem.
Yes.
And that it is a living organism that flows throughout the universe.
Midi-chlorians.
I am one with the Force.
I like midichlorians.
Oh,
okay?
I hate them so
I like
much.
midichlorians. You want to know why? Because I view the midichlorians the same way I view the cells that turn vitamin D, the sunlight into vitamin D in us. Except it turns the Force radiation in the universe into usable force. I don't know.
Hey, you can like what you like.
Mitosis.
I'm not saying that that is wrong or anything. I'm just saying I don't like them.
Mitosis.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
So it's more like an ecosystem, and the dark side is an all-consuming, all-corrupting, cancerous relationship with the Force. This is what this person is saying.
Okay.
And it's there's a ton, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's not getting to.
Here's what this person's saying. I'm not going to say any of it.
Yeah, sorry. So what a lot of people are saying that there should be like a grey Jedi. There should be.
I was about to bring up grey
yeah,
Jedis.
There should be a grey Jedi. There should be a middle ground. However, right, what this person is saying is that there is no grey because it's all the Force.
Yes.
There's no middle ground because it's all the Force, and the dark side is just a cancer that takes and takes.
Well, no, sort of. The whole thing, though, is people who use the dark side don't die from the dark side of the Force. They die from ambition.
Yeah.
And
the dark side of the Force keeps you alive so that you can just keep consuming.
I think the better view of it is more of that of a drug. It's stronger,
heroin.
but you need it more.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people who are dark side users are like overly ambitious because of the fact that, you know, it's almost like they're junkies in a way.
Yeah. So what this person is proposing is that the grayness is the light side of the Force.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
That's
Like,
what they're saying.
So the thing with regarding you could say my opinion is wrong if you want to.
It's wrong.
So fuck you. So the Force is just the Force, right?
Yeah.
The Force is just the Force, and yes, we say light side and dark side and all that, but generally speaking, it's just
the Force.
That
is
is the
Force.
entity.
Yeah.
How the powers get used is based off of yourself, and your emotions.
The individual.
The
Yes.
individual. So because, and we go, and some of the Jedi go into this as well, because, for example, you've got Force lightning, right? Generally seen as a dark side thing because you have to use rage in order to in order to bring it out. However, there is another ability in the light side, still uses Force lightning, but it is, I forgot what the name of it's called. It's like a sense of justice instead.
Rey did it in episode 9.
Rey used Force lightning.
Oh, did she?
Rey used it out of hate.
Ah.
Rey was rage.
I think the other.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I was kind of cutting you off.
Oh no, that's okay. Because what I was trying to say is that everything stems down to how you are as a person.
Well, I was going to say, I think the view of the Force, or at least its portrayal, is the whole thing of like, when for like a light side user, it's meant to be that whole thing of finding balance, inner peace is how you harness and use the Force.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a dark side
Inner
user
peace.
actually uses emotion.
Yes.
Like one is more of the almost a balance in the cosmos, whereas the other is direct input.
Yeah. But then with that, is like, how do I put it? Is
certain level of volatility.
yeah, certain level of volatility, but it's all comes, like I said, it comes down to you as a person. So let's say, for example, for in a moment you have a sense of rage and you use the lightning. Afterwards, if you can like maybe calm yourself down and like relax, have a cookie.
Well, I don't think that's how.
I will.
I don't really think that's how the dark side of the Force works. Simply because it needs to be constant. It's fueling you, in a sense.
But then, if that is the case, but then
how do they sleep?
How does Ray, what I'm trying to say is like you can tap into both sides.
Yeah.
As long as you have balance on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
as long as you can tap into both sides, as long as you have balance on those sides. That's why I like the term Grey Jedi. I know people I know people like, oh, Grey Jedi don't exist. But it's like, no, I think you can actually go through both because like that's kind of what living is.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, Revan did it.
yeah, Revan did it. And then there are also there are other what I want to call Grey Jedis. Qui-Gon was almost one.
Because the whole thing is like, just to be real for a minute, it's that whole thing of like, no one is inherently good. People are well intentioned.
Yeah.
But like, you know, no one is 100% like the perfect person. People have shitty days.
Oh yeah.
Like people get angry
from time to time. We all get sad.
Speaking of which, if you do go back and notice, Obi-Wan used anger and rage in his fight against Darth Maul for the first time in episode 1.
Yes,
and he won.
Yes.
Actually, he didn't win using rage though. He calmed himself down.
He did.
And then he won. But he did still use it during that fight.
Yes.
But now we've literally, to close out this section of the show, I think we should touch on the sequels.
Yes.
Let's dive in.
Just before we dive into the sequel trilogy, humble opinion, Genndy Tarkovsky, General Grievous, was the best interpretation of General Grievous, and they should have kept that for Clone Wars. I don't like mustache twirling Grievous.
100%. Because that Grievous was just he was so calculated and maniacal.
And didn't talk as much.
No.
Are we talking? Sorry, I don't know the actor's name. So are we talking about?
No.
Genndy Tarkovsky is a animator.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Have you ever watched like Samurai Jack?
Yes.
He made that.
So which are we talking about? The original Clone
Wars?
Yeah.
The Clone Wars.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Grievous where he just didn't talk and acted.
Yeah.
Like that was terrifying. That was a relentless force of nature that was chasing people.
Yeah.
They should have used that in the animated Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I don't like how they portrayed him. I mean, I guess they needed a villain. I don't like how they portrayed him as the Saturday morning cartoon villain. Twirling their mustache.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Wow.
You have a guy who's leading the entire droid army. Have him be intimidating. When they did,
for the people at home, I'll chuck a picture up like here of him.
Yeah, find the one where it's meant to be like his unveiling on. Where he drops in front of, I believe it's Kiadi-Mundi, and like opens up all of his skeletal parts.
Yes.
But like, they started doing that in a lot of the sub stories, like the one that tells the origin story of, I can't remember her name. She's one of the Night Sisters.
Oh,
they show the genocide taking place on Dathomir, and they show Grievous then. That is what we needed in Clone Wars. I understand because it was a kids show.
Yeah.
At that point in time, they couldn't go dark enough with him.
I mean, the Clone Wars got super dark in the last couple
later. Because of the fact it was like an aging series. You started off nice and bubbly, and you can make it darker as you go because your audience is growing up with it.
Okay. Before we do, I just want to make one statement. For episode 3, the fight with General Grievous, while it was good, I think it could have been better.
Yeah.
Like the ending for what he was, by the way.
So
for what he was,
uncivilized.
it feels kind of a little bit of a letdown. I feel instead of a blaster to the chest or all that, it it should have been a saber that took him out in the end.
Yeah, it should have been, either a saber or the fact of just like
Another one to add to my collection.
it should have been probably a saber because like he
collects them.
He
he
collects,
collects them, and his whole thing's meant to be about like a twisted sense of honor as well.
Yeah, and the fact like Obi-Wan, I know they hadn't really set this up in terms of like in the background with regarding other media, but Obi-Wan is supposed to be like the master of defense style. I forgot what the actual name of it is, but like that should
or some shit.
Yeah, and I'm like that should have been
That should
how
have
he
been
takes him out.
I mean, let's not forget Grievous did get punched in the face by a Gungan.
He did. Also, the final thing before we move on, the final thing, because it's my fucking show.
No, it's mine now.
No, you bastard. That's in that cartoon in the Clone Wars is where we get the Jedi Master Shaggy. There is a Jedi Knight. It's not a Jedi Master. Sorry, it's a Jedi Knight. And he fights Grievous, and his name is Shaggy. And he looks exactly like Shaggy.
Like Scoop.
He has.
Did you see that skeletal guy with 8 arms?
He's got the soul patch. He's got the green gi as well. He's got a green one.
Yeah,
Watch while I use Ultra
let's not
Instinct
forget.
Scoob.
Shaggy would just show up to set. He wasn't even working. He'd just show up and he'd take people's souls out of their bodies.
And he'd
was
eat them in
surreal.
front of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, sure. The sequels.
Yeah, dun dun dun.
What are you?
Da, 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 da.
No, wait. We don't own that.
Wait.
It's all right. It's less than 30 seconds.
Yeah,
We're
that's
fine.
good.
oh,
So what do
that
we
is-
think of the sequels?
I went into the. By the way, when the sequels was announced,
Mm-hmm.
I was like Jeremy did not watch any of the trailers for number
7.
7.
Nice.
For Force Awakens. I literally every time I went to the cinemas, I went with friends. As soon as I recognized it was Star Wars coming up, I blocked my ears and closed my eyes.
I deliberately show up late to cinemas to miss the trailers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate trailers that much now.
I
Nice.
was with my friends and I would be like, hey, like, tell me when the trailer's over. Because I wanted to go in absolutely blind. I didn't want to know anything prior.
Yeah.
Now, the first one out of the 3,
Yes.
how do I put it? I don't mind, although I do find it annoying that we've got the same kind of same plot
A New
3
Hope.
times in a row. So you've got A New Hope, but it's also, if you want to break it down, you've also got Phantom Menace too, regarding each one of the first of the series is destroying a giant space station.
Yep.
Aside from that, like I didn't mind it.
Whoa. Starkiller Base wasn't just a space station. It was a planet.
It was a planet.
Apparently
Hey.
Ilium, I
but,
think.
yeah,
That's no planet. That's no moon. It's a planet.
that's no space station. No, that's no moon. That's a planet.
I'm pretty sure it was meant to be. Is it Ilium where the Jedi get their kyber crystals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the snow. Yeah, because they get
Yeah.
it from the snow planet. Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they
damn.
took it.
Yeah.
They
Shit.
took it.
But yeah, I didn't mind the story. Like I know some people find it a little controversial and stuff, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. It's after that where I have an issue with the rest of it.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, there was definitely a lack of overarching plan.
Well, yes and no, because like the first one is more of a springboard to the others, is how it was meant to be intended, with a lot of plot points that would get resolved in the later movies. It's just a certain middle movie decided, shove that out. We're doing our own thing.
What's his name? Brian Johnson?
Ryan
Johnson. Ryan Johnson.
Oh, some people call him Ruin Johnson.
Ruin Johnson. I know a lot of context that I've seen online of being like, oh, we think he did well to subvert like the expectations of the audience to change, what that was.
Oh,
It's like,
so much.
Fucking no.
Can I just, I got to butt in here because like between that and like Game of Thrones, I think the fact of when writers go, oh, we wanted to subvert your expectation, you're just saying that you're a failure, and
Yeah.
that, you know, the reason no one likes your shit is because they don't understand your vision, but you don't even understand your own vision.
There's nothing wrong with
You
know,
can
having an
subvert
expected-
people's expectations.
Yes.
You can do that, but actually be smart about it.
yeah, but also in
Except for
saying that,
just killing your big bad in the middle of the fucking trilogy, you dickhead.
Or dropping off any of your plot
yeah.
lines.
Or-
Who's your father? It's no one. I'm nothing.
yeah, that and I
Oh my
I
gosh.
was gripping the seat of like my chair when I was in the cinema for that. By the way,
So
Going,
angry.
What the fuck?
You know how I felt coming out of The Last Jedi? And it's that, for me, the biggest annoyance was the whole side plot of where they go to the casino to find the hacker to then
Yes.
get back to get the fleet to freedom.
It wasn't Camino, was no?
No, it was some other gambling
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
And like, basically, because of Holdo, and we're going to get to that. in a
Oh,
minute,
yes.
You know, that whole side plot didn't need to happen.
No, it
Literally
didn't.
nothing came of it. What was
Oh.
the point of it? Oh, it was meant to show how the opulence of arms dealers and shit, you know, trample on the weak. And it's like,
it was for Finn's character development. He needed to know that war was bad. He's a fucking stormtrooper.
he's a child soldier, man.
He knows how bad war is.
Yeah.
What about I forget which movie? I think it was the second one where Finn was trying to tell Rey something. He's like, "Oh, I've got to tell you something," and then then something happened.
No, that was in the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
That entire film, he's like, I need to tell you something. And at the end, he's like, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
the
know
fuck?
exactly what he wanted to say. He was
Yeah.
going to be like, "I love you," but everyone's like, "No, he wanted to say that he's force sensitive too." Fuck off!
No.
I remember people speculating the fact he was going to be force sensitive because he was holding the lightsaber.
Yes.
I think it
He
was.
should have been.
Yeah, maybe.
That's where I thought it was going originally. By the way,
I think it
I
was.
thought he was going to be, and then
mean,
they turned it into Rey.
I know you guys didn't watch the trailer, but at the very end of the first trailer, the stinger is him holding the lightsaber.
Yeah,
So you open with him as a stormtrooper, like freaking out on Jakku, and then you end it with him holding a lightsaber.
Yeah, at the end of watching The Force Awakens, I did go back and watch the trailer. By the way, that trailer, I will admit, that was a good trailer.
Oh yeah, no,
Like the setup of "There's been an awakening."
yeah.
Do you feel it? And the cuts.
I need to
it
go back and
didn't
watch it
give
now.
away. That trailer didn't actually give away a lot of the plot. I wish it did though, because
Yeah.
my biggest gripe with Force Awakens is I love Adam Driver.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have talked as much. You need to, if you're going to setting him up as this formidable person like Vader, do you want to know one of the biggest strengths about Vader?
He didn't talk.
He didn't talk as much.
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole thing was, I mean, it's not really his whole thing, but his whole thing was he was quiet. He's an overlooming presence, a force of nature.
I mean, case in point, that scene in Rogue One.
Oh, the contrast scene. There is a really good, if you've seen Rogue One.
Yeah, I was about to say that was like I was going to mention side stories. That's actually one of my favorite. That's my favorite.
I love Rogue One.
Rogue One is really good.
It is really
I haven't
good.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
You need
Oh,
to.
It's
really good.
I have a big thing. I love movies where the setup, or not setup, but like the whole thing is, it is like it gets to the part where it's a last stand. There is no one coming for you. You are stuck.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
You're
Like,
screwed.
yeah. One of my biggest, one of the movies I love most is Fury, because the whole thing is, you know, guys in a tank. Tank gets tracked. They're stuck, and here come the Germans.
Well, wasn't that an inspiration? Wasn't
It was
Fury
inspired by tanker stories.
No, wasn't one of the inspirations for The Last Jedi Fury because of the whole chasing scene for the you know, when fucking you got the Star Destroyer and it's coming after the rebellion.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and
in
they're
the second
Yeah,
one?
second movie, yeah.
The Last Jedi. Wasn't Fury the inspiration for that? Because that's just one long chase movie, isn't it?
No, Fury
No?
isn't a chase. It's,
Okay.
it's a story of tanks moving across, or a tank moving across France.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a chase movie.
No. The whole thing, like, for Rogue One is
Yeah.
the fact of, like, you know, the second they get onto Scarif and the shield closes, they're there. They're stuck.
They're screwed.
Yeah, the Empire is just going to keep amassing forces, and it isn't a matter of if they can win. It's how long can we hold the Empire off for?
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Well, yeah, basically at the end, because like
Yeah.
it starts. It looks like, oh my god, they're going to get the base, and then just the weight of the Imperial War Machine stepping in now. The garrison, like the rest of the garrisons, are massing. The fighters are swinging in.
Then there's like parts of that scene that I want to tell you, but I'm like, that spoils it and it kind of takes it away.
Yeah, we'll get away from Rogue One. But so a lot.
Okay, so I think we'll focus on Last Jedi because I think we
Yeah.
can all agree that The Force Awakens, though flawed, had good setup.
Yeah.
It did. It did have good setup.
Good setup.
I actually think it was actually a good choice to have Han Solo die, to be honest.
Oh, fucking
I do
Harrison
too.
Ford wanted out of there so bad.
Yeah. Personally, I think letting go of legacy characters was a key thing.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to move on to the next generation, of
Yes.
course. But particularly Han Solo's death by his own son, I think was almost brilliant, but it was screwed up with how it went.
Yeah.
See, I think what would have made that scene so much more impactful, right, was, like you said, have Adam Driver talk less, but also get rid of his temper tantrums.
Yes, cut his temper tantrums.
Cut his temper tantrums, have him like go into a room and just stand there and then have the door shut or something.
And then when
And
he
then
comes
you
out, the
hear it.
room's wrecked.
Yeah, the
You
room's
don't
wrecked.
hear it.
Yeah.
It's just, the door opens, he walks out, and have like maybe it pan
Yeah.
or even just like a stormtrooper walks past.
Well, they have a scene like that. I can't remember in which movie, but he's having a temper tantrum, but the door was open and 2 stormtroopers come across it.
And then they turn around
Yeah,
and
I do like that bit.
Yeah.
That is kind of funny.
I don't
It's
like
goofy.
it. It's goofy. It's really
good.
goofy.
I like, I do like some
I
goofs
get
every now and then.
comedy, but yeah.
yeah, but he's not. It doesn't make him an intimidating villain.
No. But having it changed like that and even having that scene pretty much almost exactly the same changes the tone of it so much.
Completely, yeah.
And I think that scene would have played so much better if it was like,
Someone on YouTube made a cut where they cut half of his speaking lines.
yeah.
It made it so much better.
It made it so much more impactful because he just shows up and just does shit.
Yeah.
Get shit done.
He doesn't ask questions. He just, like the start scene where he's with that dude, he just kneels down, looks at him, and then says only like one word, nothing else, and then just shot,
Yep.
cuts the dude up. It's just you don't need a lot to make a good villain. You just need the right moments.
Yeah, a lot of potential for Kylo Ren.
Yes.
That was just thrown out of the.
Completely.
Yeah, just thrown out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, I could have missed something, but what's with the name? Like, why pick Kylo Ren?
The Knights of Ren were a subsect of the Sith. They were technically dark Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were this. There's a whole comic book around
Shit.
it. He was.
Sorry, there's been a huntsman in the corner over there that I've been keeping my eye on. Now it's gone.
Oh,
Sorry.
Shit.
there it is.
There it is.
Fuck.
I don't like spiders. Just ignore it.
That's going to be in the back of my mind now for the rest of the night.
That's why I didn't say anything because I was just watching it.
look. We've been going for a while, guys. I think we'll wrap up with our thoughts of we'll go through The Last Jedi
Yeah.
and just the major things that pissed us off.
Everything.
Well, okay, but my thing is specifically with Luke and
yeah.
his terrible
Yes.
characterization.
He should just
Well,
not have been in the film
okay.
at this
No.
point.
No. So, all right, he makes the new Jedi Order.
yeah,
And-
yeah, he does.
And then he has a kid, Ben Solo, who has dark thoughts, and his immediate thought is, "I'm gonna kill this kid." Now,
Oh,
the
but he
whole
pulled back though. He
he
didn't
did
do it.
hold he did hold back, but the whole thing of Luke's character built up from the original trilogy. I'm looking for that spider again. The whole thing of his character is, even if you are the most heinous, evil warmonger, you can be redeemed.
Yes.
He redeemed his father. His father destroyed the Jedi Order, helped rip apart the Republic to an extent.
Yeah.
He
killed younglings.
Younglings,
yeah,
not the
he
younglings.
killed children.
He did.
Whoa.
you know, and yet Luke loved him and redeemed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole thing is redemption.
Also, the whole thing about Luke is moving on from your old ways.
Yes.
And like and actually utilizing your personality and emotions a little bit more within your like Jedi training and stuff.
So my thing is with Luke, right? He was not trained. I've said this before on the show, but he was not trained traditionally in the ways of the Jedi.
Yeah.
He was trained in an unorthodox way.
A slap chop method.
Yeah.
And he became one of the greatest Jedis of all time.
Yes.
Yes.
So why in the blue fuck did he create his Jedi Order around a classic form of the Jedi Order? Why the
A
fuck
form
did
that
he
was
do that?
proven basically to fail.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, there is actually someone who commented on that video who said that he read the text
No, he
or
didn't.
whatever, and like that apparently the movies told us, and that's why he like knew all this stuff and did it.
Page turners, they were not.
Exactly.
Even if he did, that doesn't mean that doesn't justify putting it into practice.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, we respond to comments now. I'm not
like
even a
how
part
you
of
say-
this.
I like how you say we.
I was going
but
to say,
you're just-
I told you,
motherfucker,
I'm hijacked. This is my show now.
motherfucker says we like he's coming back. He might come back.
who knows?
Might. Who
Come
knows?
But Luke wasn't trained in the traditional way, the traditional ways of the Jedi. He should not have made a traditional Jedi Order. He should have done it the way he was taught, because the way he was taught was better.
Hear me out. Not hear me out. If I'm wrong on this one, call me out on it. But in Legends, and I'm not well versed in Legends, wasn't his whole thing in the Jedi Order he'd just kidnap people?
No,
Wasn't it?
no. That was the Jedi Order before.
Yeah.
That was the Jedi Order before.
They'd find a young child that barely knows their parents and be like, oh, you're force sensitive.
Mine now.
Mine.
I thought his whole thing was he just went around the galaxy, found force sensitive people, and he's like, you're mine.
No, he went around the galaxy to find force sensitive people, regardless of age,
Okay.
and was like, "Hey, you want to be a Jedi?" That's Carl
Be a
Katan's.
Jedi tonight.
Yeah. That's Carl Katan's whole story. He was a fully grown adult man when he became a Jedi.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so
Fair.
I feel like Luke in The Last Jedi is so mischaracterized in the
Misportrayed.
Misportrayed in the way of like, you took a character whose whole thing was he redeemed his genocidal father,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you made him a coward
Yeah.
because he had a bad thought one time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, because you would think you would think he would have learnt from his first vision that he had in the movies anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Leia, and even though yes, he helped his friends and all that, but like he that didn't end well.
Yeah.
So you'd think that he would then be like, oh, visions don't always.
Visions aren't definitive to
Yes.
the answer. Like they will not be an answer. Like this is the exact outcome that can happen. They should act more as a warning, or like a vague, like something can happen.
Yeah. The other thing is as well is like the visions that I've, or at least all the ones that I've been privy to through the media, is they have a vision. They go, oh no, I need to stop it, and it comes to fruition anyway.
Yeah, that always happens.
What was the saying from Kung Fu Panda? One often meets their destiny on the road to avoid it.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah.
You sounded like freaking was it Palpatine? No. Someone else. You sounded like someone from Star Wars. I was trying to figure out who it was though.
Luke's journey.
The Force
The
will
Force.
teach you in ways that are unnatural.
There we go.
Awesome. Luke's journey in The Last Jedi is that of. So the whole thing is like, we're deconstructing your childhood hero here.
Yes.
Luke Skywalker.
We're ripping him down.
Yeah, we're ripping him down to his base instincts. And guess what? He's a coward. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why did you have to do that?
He's the dude that stood like in front of the evil emperor of the galaxy, got force lightning the shit out of.
Father,
Yeah,
help
like
me.
you mean to tell me that guy's a coward?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just
that,
thinking
that dude fought his giant father before he knew he was his father
Yeah.
and lost an arm and still stood his ground and then had the balls to let go and free fall.
Yeah.
That's a coward.
Because I'm free.
I'm sorry, you said before, father, when you mentioned father, all I can think of is like, that's my boy.
Oh no, my boy. Father help.
Father help.
Oh no, my boy. Father help.
Yeah. And I really hate watching the discourse because there are a lot of people online actually who are just like, Luke's characterization in The Last Jedi is the fucking best and I love it. And I'm just like, why do you hate good characters? Why do you hate characters that are supposed to be typical hero archetypes?
So some people, their introduction to Star Wars is the new trilogy, but other people, it's more of this weird culture. I hate to do this. It's part of this weirder culture war aspect where it's like, you know, this is pushing against the grain, therefore we must latch onto it and use it as a definitive thing and an argument. And it's like, why can't we just enjoy the IP for the IP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Why
we're
can't we just
here
get along?
because we like the stories and we're three dudes sitting on a couch, not even 5 feet apart.
Because we are.
Wow.
I didn't finish it.
We're three dudes sitting on a couch who might kiss.
We might. And we're discussing the story aspects
Of Star Wars.
of Star Wars. Like, this isn't a, like, you know, politics thing outside. It's more of a, like, just
We
the
love-
aspects of Star Wars that make Star
Yeah.
Wars Star Wars.
We
that
love
we're
these
discussing.
stories and we want to talk about them.
Yeah,
Which
basically,
we've done
yeah,
so for like, I want to say 2 hours.
Longer.
We must go longer.
Yes. And even though we might,
We might wrap it up soon.
oh yeah. But I was saying, like, even though we might be very strong in some opinions, that doesn't mean that we don't value the fact that someone might think opposite and still like Star Wars.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Although if you do unironically like The Last Jedi, I kind of think,
I do think
what's
less
wrong
of
with
you.
I do. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Who hurt you, bud?
Who
just
hurt you?
just like and getting rid of Snoke the way they did. Like, bro,
Yeah.
he was like, to be honest, I was sitting there going, how are they going to fight this monstrosity of a dude?
Well,
But
like,
at the same time, I'm like,
they
nah.
built him up as a super like force sensitive dude. You think he'd detect the fact that someone's turning a lightsaber?
Yeah.
into
He
his side.
did. He was having that vision, and then
Got cut in half.
Yeah, got cut in half.
Like the whole thing with Snoke, they made him scream too much.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The whole thing is he shouldn't have like, thankfully they didn't do him having a lightsaber fight, but his whole thing should have just been force shit.
Yeah, just overwhelmingly powerful.
Overwhelming force.
Yeah, an overwhelming force.
One thing I wish to point at with Rogue One real quickly is there is a contrast between Tarkin and director Krennic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I know one is a robot because he's made with CG. Because the actual actor, fun fact, is dead,
Yeah.
He's
for
a
a while now.
filthy clanker.
Wow.
Oh,
There is a contrast between those two characters.
Yeah.
And Krennic is screaming. Yes, he's lost control of the situation. And he is screaming. That makes him lose almost all presence as an intimidating character.
yeah.
And that shows all of the contrast of power moving to Tarkin.
Yeah.
Now, that is masterful in its portrayal. That should have been what Snoke was.
Yes, soft spoken.
Yes. Or like in Andor, when I forget her name, the ISB chick is getting getting yelled at by Krennic. The
Yeah.
way Krennic rips her apart, basically, figuratively, that it's another power balance that should have been used. That should have been more of how Snoke was.
Because imagine having a scene where Kylo is like in front of him doing the kneeling or whatever it is, and then like because he's failed a mission or whatever, and then Snoke kind of like not even using his hands, just kind of force pushes him like down onto the ground a little bit, and then just leans in and just like
Yes,
Yeah,
lower.
like-
lower.
and just like in that kind of tone without yelling, is just like tells him he's fucked up.
yeah.
That would be like
What you have done here is pathetic. You have disgraced me and the entirety of the First Order.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like that. Yeah,
Like that fucking gave me goosebumps. Jesus.
You just got
It
to.
did too. Holy shit.
Also, in saying that, General Hux, fuck off that character. Whoever the guy was that they brought in the final one, that should have been Hux. I liked his speech in.
His big Nazi speech.
Yeah. Well, the whole. Yet again, scream too much. He should have kept talking like this instead of screaming towards the end like the last day of the Republic.
Have you actually watched the German dub of that speech?
Yeah, it's scary.
It's terrifying.
Oh shit! I need to see that now.
Like, he's too young.
Yeah, he's too young.
They needed someone like the dude they had come in the third movie after Hux gets killed, who has like the scar.
Yes.
Like that should have been Hux at the start of this.
There's so much retconning in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. I'm
yeah.
the spy. Fucking
Sorry,
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I
somehow
really,
Palpatine returned.
I really want to know how J.J. Abrams would have taken it if he just did all three movies. Like,
I think it would have been better.
I don't think
Possibly.
Palpatine. I don't think Palpatine would have been in this the third one.
Do you know what? Fun fact: the whole somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
It was a reshoot.
Wow.
Ah.
It was a reshoot because they had to retool the entire movie.
Yet again,
Yeah.
as well, the whole thing of Star Wars shouldn't be this whole keeping up with the Kardashians of like these specific people.
Yeah.
I want to see an interview with
We had,
Sidious.
yeah, we had, you know,
So I was just sitting
Palpatine
there
is
in
the
my
overarching villain of the prequels and original trilogy.
Yeah.
You can have just a new guy in the sequel trilogy.
Well, that's what the new Star Wars film, Star Wars Starfighter, is going to do. Apparently, it's going to take place like 100 years after the sequel trilogy.
Finally,
fuck.
And
we're
it will-
moving on.
And it will be about some dude just Ryan Gosling his way around.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, Star Wars is such a rich universe of like
Yes.
worlds and everything. Let's go explore it. Let's go see different places. Bloody in Ahsoka, you go to a different galaxy.
Can we see somebody? Can we just see different perspectives on the Force? It
Yes.
would be really cool to see like a monk people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we get a little bit of that with the witches, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
get with the witches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We do get a lot of that with the witches. But yeah, we need to see more cultures and how they interpret the Force. And when we say witches, we mean the witches of Dathomir, not the power of one.
The power of two.
Yeah.
and power of
Many.
You know. Oh no! Please continue.
No, I was going to mention this has been a great episode, but we
Yeah.
are running out of
We are running.
space.
We are running out of time as well. So
Yeah.
I think with that, we'll call it an episode. I loved this episode.
Yeah, there's still lots to talk about. We
There's-
can always
Had a
do a
fun
part
time being
two.
here.
Yeah. Well, we can always do a part two. We can
Yeah,
always
I'd
do
like a part two.
episode 2 because we didn't even touch on all the bullshit with the Rise of Skywalker. We didn't even.
Yeah.
We didn't even
To be
discuss.
fair, we should have approached this like a 3-parter, where the first part was talking about prequel, then the second part original, and third part sequel.
We kind of did.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Vaguely.
I think the thing-
vaguely. We've hopped a little bit.
I think
Yeah.
with all our neurodivergencies that we've got, that would be quite difficult.
I
'Cause
like trains.
We jump from because we
like
jump through
trains.
so many different ones.
That's
We
true.
do.
We did go forwards and back a lot.
But-
Okay, but yeah, no, I think we can do a part 2.
We'll do a part 2.
I would
Yeah.
really like to at some point touch on some of the games.
Hell yeah.
yes.
I would
Yeah.
really like
Yes.
to touch on Knights of the Old Republic and Force Unleashed, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
I haven't played everything, but I've played like a good chunk of it. So I really and I really
Nice.
enjoy it. So I really like to
Nice.
touch on those.
Well, with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. If you are watching, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This was a really awesome episode. I had a lot of fun. There will be a part 2. And remember, your childhood heroes are cowards. They will sit on a rock and die rather than actually going and facing the threat.
Don't believe visions, kids.
Yeah, and don't believe visions.
and
Thank you.
somehow Palpatine returns.
Yeah, that's the perfect ender. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ahky.
I'm Aiden.
I'm Jeremy.
Thank you.
Peace.